Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. It's a wonderful life. We have a very sweet, special person who's near and dear to our heart, even though he's all the way in Arizona. But we love him so much. And, we just miss you when you're far away. But we are excited that you're here with us today. Shelly, who do we have?
We have Wayne, the Gator, great Gator.
The Gator.
Yay! And I brought my all pair dogs, Bella and Lulu, to assist me in barking. Occasionally, you'll hear them in the background, so I apologize
It happens.
beforehand on that.
So, Wayne, you are father to our sweet Adrian. I call him brother, and Tristan.
I call him husband.
Husband.
He scored twice. He scored twice.
Well, we love him. We love him so much.
Okay, we're the winners. We won because we got Wayne and Adrian and Suzanne in the package.
Oh, listen, we have a great
Incredible.
family.
We do.
A wonderful family.
We do.
John and Jody and her children are loved by all of us, and we're just so happy to see them when we get up to Texas.
Oh, I know. It's such a treat. It's like we're all on vacation. I love it because you guys like give each other massages, like kind of everybody's very relaxed. It's just relaxed. I see all of the Gravy clan.
Oh yeah, we're touchers, we're huggers, we're kissers. We just when we're around family, everything goes, and anything is liable to happen.
Yeah, I love it. So Wayne, where are you originally from? Where did you grow up?
Daytona Beach, Florida. It was a small little fishing town on the east coast of Florida. I remembered as a kid, good gracious, we had a population of around 37,000 people when I was growing up. Beautiful little city, very small. The biggest thing that happened in Daytona was Speed Week. When the stock car racers in the late 40s and early 50s came down, I used to race on the beach, which was quite exciting. And of course, everybody in Daytona always had an affiliation with and had their favorite race team and favorite race cars. And we would give the race car drivers sheds to work on their cars while they were preparing for the races. So it was quite exciting during race week. And again, of course, then the colleges during the mid-'60s found Daytona, actually Fort Lauderdale first, and they migrated to Miami, and then they came up to Daytona and then to Panama City. So every spring break, we always have a wave of college students come through. So it was a fun time growing up. It was a fun time. Very simple, very simple.
Did you learn how to surf? Were you in the ocean all the time?
Well, I am part shark, so.
A shark and a gator.
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up in high school, when I could qualify, I became a lifeguard on the beach during the summers.
Right.
I did that for 4 years during my high school years, and I did learn to surf. We had not a lot of huge waves, but I always remember the best times that we had. Surfing was when the storms came by, because we had storm surf. And that was always both a challenge and and quite exciting for guys that basically learn how to stand up on a board and ride 10 feet and have to fall off again because the wave gives out.
It's kind of a dudder.
Yeah, exactly. It was a dudder.
Anticlimactic. Wah wah.
All three.
Growing up. And, tell me about your parents. What were they like?
Well, my father was a professional barber all of his life.
Oh.
And my mother and father divorced when I was a very young child. And so I spent quite a bit of time with my grandparents and also my aunt and uncle growing up. So sort of a broken family, but yet a close family because, we're all within walking distance of one another. And thank God I had the love and the safety net that I did when I was growing up.
Yes.
Because we had loads and loads of exciting things going on around during the time that I was growing up. So it was good to have that stability.
Yeah.
And did you have any siblings?
I had my I think it was my third stepmother married my father, and they had two children, Linda and Richard. And they grown up and, of course, have their own families now. Richard is up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
They've lived there for most of their lives, just outside of Marietta. And of course, Linda married an optometrist, Bob. They moved down to Naples, and they had a retail store, and he was a ophthalmologist. So they did exams. And they live very, very successfully down in Naples, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And Jody, you would love Bob Jack. Like he, sold cars, for beer, like Miller Lite. He loves Miller Lite, and so he would be like,
Yeah.
he'd be like, hey, you can have this car for, I don't know, like 25 cases of Miller Lite.
Wow. Okay. Sounds like a deal.
It sounds like Bob. Willing to make a deal for a beer. They're wonderful people, and we stay in touch. As a matter of fact, Linda and her husband Warren came out and visited. We were on the road, and they came out to visit Warren's father up in Prescott, and so they stayed here for pretty much 3/4 of a week. While they were visiting Warren's father. So it was great to see them. And then, of course, Richard and Nancy, they have two children. Matter of fact, Jeffrey, the youngest, is married to Cecile, and they just had their first child.
Yeah.
And
That's wonderful.
It's really great to see them get married. We went to their wedding back in Tennessee 2 years ago, and they finally have had their first child, and we're very excited for them. They both Cecile's a school teacher, and Jeffrey's working for the public works in the city that he lives in.
That's great.
Everybody's growing up. Everybody's getting bigger.
And your family is all over the place.
Yeah. We're lucky in that respect because they're a long ways away.
Well, I guess you're reason to travel to go see.
Oh yeah, we love to travel to see them, and we love to have them come out and see us.
Yeah.
Wayne, what year were you born?
Oh, jeez. Honey, what year was I born? No, I was born June 29th, 1943, and I'm coming up on my 82nd birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. You look amazing.
I know.
Well, Yeah, I've got good genes. I don't know. I was very, very lucky in that respect. And of course, I am imbued or endowed my son, Adrian. He's got the same genes. So you should be concerned that he's going to be around to 82. Shelly also.
Oh, well, we know he's going to outlive us. And so we can't wait. We can't wait for y'all all to meet his next wife.
I love it.
We call it a mulligan. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he
get
gets a mulligan.
Great.
He gets a
That's great.
mulligan.
That's very appropriate.
Choose wisely. Choose wisely,
Absolutely.
buddy.
So you were born during World War II, which is,
I was. For the first 3 years, I was running around the house in diapers while Hitler and the Europeans and the Americans were in a big scrape. Some of the imprints that happened after the war ended in 45, growing up in that era, coming back from when I was 7, 8, and 9, I remember there were people were still recovering from all hardships that happened during the war. So it certainly made a lasting impression on people growing up in that era.
Definitely. So you're a Cancer, that's your sign, and it's that you guys are nurturing, emotional and sensitive, loyal and devoted, intuitive and imaginative, protective, intense and passionate. I think that those are all things that's true about you.
You didn't say anything about money. What's the deal on money? I was shortchanged on money. What happened? I was supposed to be smart too.
You are very smart.
You're very smart.
I love that.
Hey, Wayne, what was high school like?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, very simple, very easy. Oh, good gracious. Rock and roll was just starting when I was going from the 8th grade to 9th grade. My grandmother used to shush me and move me away from the TV when Elvis Presley came on.
Oh yeah, you're in the way.
Exactly. That's devil's dance. It's the devil's worship. For that. And of course, we as teenagers, you always love music, you love dancing, and you love going out. Big thing in high school was I loved sports. I loved football. And I played in the band. So I had all kinds of social activities with those two activities. And then as I got ready to graduate, I started to scratch my head because I wasn't smart enough to go to college at that time. So what I wound up doing was I enlisted in the Air Force right out of high school. And I left Daytona, and I went through basic training and wound up being as a supply specialist in the Air Force. And they shipped me off to England, of all places, for 4 years. And I really hated it over there because loving music and being an active young teenager, the Beatles were just becoming on the scene. So I would jump on the train and go to London and watch the Beatles in the cave, and go to Liverpool, and we traveled all over Europe. I had an opportunity to in the Air Force to go ahead and travel. That we put together flyaway kits, and we'd fly into a military field in Norway or in France, or go down to Tripoli down in North Africa.
Wow.
Always exciting, and to be a young man and to been able to experience Europe during that area, and that's been almost 60 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, 60 years ago.
Wow.
Quite different than it is today.
I bet. How exciting.
Yeah, it was an opportunity to go ahead and develop some skills. And actually, I started to learn to fly in the Aero Club on the military base. And when I got out of the service in '64, I had some GI Bill. I had taken several courses at the University of Maryland while I was there, and I was interested in getting furthering my education. So I came back and enrolled in college. I graduated from St. Petersburg College. I took my flight training at St. Aviation and got all my licenses and ratings and started chasing the airlines.
So
Wow.
what an amazing journey. So obviously you love to fly. And so what happened with your aviation career? What did you do with that?
Well, as a young flight instructor, I was fortunate enough to have an uncle who was on the board of directors at Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach. And not having a lot of experience in flight training, I had basically what they call a wet ticket, which is basically a learning license on how to instruct pilots how to fly. And I started working at Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach. And as the years go by, you gain more and more experience and more equipment. And that's really what learning to fly is all about, is being able to develop the skill sets and work your way into larger, bigger, more complex equipment, and eventually get you qualified to be qualified to work for one of the major legacy airlines.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. What was it like being a pilot?
Wonderful. I'm looking back on a 40-year career. The places that I've traveled, now that I can have time to really reflect on what I had done during my flying career, was really amazing. As you progress and work your way into more sophisticated equipment, more job opportunities open up for you. In the mid 70s, I had a chance to go and fly in Africa. A company out of Kenya, Nairobi, called Geo Survey, and they were looking for airline qualified pilots to pilot their geophysical service fleet. And they would go around to countries, they would contract with the governments, and their claim to fame was they did geophysical survey and topographical mapping. So we would fly the missions, take all of the aerial survey information, and then they would send it to London. They would go ahead and put their specialties into it. And we were flying airplanes that had not only camera equipment in it, but all had geophysical survey equipment where they could go and determine via an instrument called a magnetometer how they could go ahead and determine if they had gold, silver, oil, copper in the country. And then they would take that information after it was synthesized, and then they present it to the World Bank or the International Monetary Fund, and that's how they would qualify for loans for improvements in country. So we were doing a really great service for the people throughout Africa. And I flew both in West Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, East Africa, Northeast Africa, everything from Nigeria to the Sudan to it was the North Central African Empire at that time, which was Belgian Congo. And it's changed. All the countries have changed their names over the course of the last 25, 30 years. But it was really good flying. I mean, there was probably a handful of aviation pilots and mechanics in the country. and we all knew each other, and we would rely on each other when we were flying in various parts of the country to make sure that we could keep our airplanes in good order and mechanically sound and complete our jobs.
That's
and
amazing.
I know. It's incredible. How old were you, Wayne, when this was?
I was really an old man. I was pushing 32, 33 in that area.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And what was it? You shared this with me, but I want you to share with others. It's like you flew into some of these areas, and some of these areas,
We're unsafe.
yeah, they were unsafe.
oh yeah, there were a lot of adventures. And flying into uncontrolled airports and or just open fields
Yeah.
where topographers would go ahead and develop a base camp to work from. So we would fly in supplies to go ahead and support them. And many times, flying, we were doing low-level surveys, and you see these during the pre-raining season, you see these huge herds of thousands, tens of thousands of wildebeest marching across the plains, and you can see it on National Geographic today, but to actually be there and see
Yeah.
it in person, was amazing.
I mean, it has to be what a dream.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was quite exciting. I remember many times camping close to the airplane, thinking that lion over in the next valley was was looking, and he was very hungry, and I thought it looked like a pretty good snack for him.
Well, and if you've ever met Wayne, I have to tell you that he has never met a stranger.
No.
He
So
goes,
friendly.
yeah, so friendly. So he goes into these areas, and I'm sure he becomes part of the community and engages and fully embraces the opportunity. And
We had a lot of excitement. I had a British photogrammist with me. His name was Donald York. I used to call him Yorkie, and he used to call me Grabe. So we would yell back and forth in the lodgings that we were at, and I got homesick about 7 months into the program, and he used to come up and he said, Wayne, he says, just wait. We're going to get to Malawi down in the Central African plains, and you're going to love it there. He says, the high plains and the tea farms and the tobacco plantations, and he says you'll have fresh strawberries and cream to eat every morning. And he kept trying to coax me and get me excited about going down there, and it worked. I did. I went down there, and it was absolutely right. It was fascinating.
oh my gosh, so fascinating. But wow, what a but it wasn't always safe. Y'all were not always safe, not just the animals, but the locals.
No. I was ferrying one of the Peter's airplanes over to Kenya, and I did a technical stop in Bangi, and I just had a coup 3 nights before. And as I got off the airplane, I had landing and overflight permissions, which you needed to go into each country. But they hadn't paid their telecommunications bill, so there was no way confirming whether the paperwork that I had was valid and official. And of course, there were a lot of internal changes going on in the country. So a lot of the station people were either relieved or taken out and shot. So they had to go ahead and bring new people in and train them. So anyway, I spent 3 days there. And 2 of the days I was in the local jail because they didn't know what to do with me.
Oh, because you didn't have
They finally put me in a hotel. I was fortunate enough to go and bargain my way into a hotel, but I was, in the cell, and I heard these gunshots going off in the morning, and I asked one of the guards what was going on, and he said, the previous president and his cabinet were just executed. And I thought, oh, great. That's just what I need to do. I'm right here in the middle of Africa. with no communications, and they're shooting people in the next cell over from me.
Oh my gosh.
And Yorkie is going, "Don't worry, Wayne. Next up, we'll have
No,
strawberries."
Yorkie wasn't with me. That's my dog. We'd flown back to London, and I was just deadhead ferrying the airplane over to Nairobi. But it was quite exciting. Quite exciting.
Wow,
Wow,
that's
so
a movie.
incredible. I know, your life should be a movie. What are we doing?
movie. I love it. We're
We
missing an
had to
opportunity here.
be quick on our feet. That's for sure.
Yeah, no.
In order to get out of Kinshasa one time, I had to go into with the equivalent of where the control tower is down below. That's where you file your flight plans. And they wouldn't give me a flight plan to go ahead and leave Kinshasa. So when the operator wasn't looking, I took a text message of a pilot that had just come through, and I erased his name and put my name on it with permission to go ahead and leave. So we were able to get out of Kinshasa without any problems.
Why?
But you got to be quick-witted about yourself.
Yes.
Down there in those situations.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And that speaks volumes about who you are. You're resilient, and
Yes.
you're so
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
had
gosh.
a wonderful time in Africa, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
I'm glad looking back on it that I
Survived.
was able to escape without contracting malaria
Yes.
and some of the other wonderful diseases that you can get over there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Out of all your travels, where's your favorite place or places you've been? I mean, you've traveled the world.
You know, there are so many beautiful things in each of the countries that I was lucky enough to visit. I wouldn't say that there was any one place that I would say is my favorite place, because they're all favorite places.
And
I mean,
it's wherever Susie is. You know that.
you just you think about some of the things that you are able to go ahead and witness and be part of during your life, and it's an incredible adventure, and I was just very, very fortunate to wind up in that career field that allowed me to do that. That's why I encourage young wannabe aviators to get into it and pursue it, because it is a wonderful career.
Yes. That's incredible.
Yeah. So you did Africa, and then you came back to the States.
Yes.
And
yes.
you worked for
I came back from Africa, and then I went and took a job with a company called Key Airlines out of Salt Lake City. They were flying Twin Otters and Convair 440s, which was the first heavy aircraft that I actually flew on. So I became a captain at Key, flying throughout Sun Valley and Cedar City, the northern Utah routes, and up into Sun Valley, and then with Key, I was there for almost 2.5 years. And then I went to work for Combs Freight Air out of Denver, flying Convair 440s again. I was with them for like 19 months, I believe. And from there, I took a corporate job working for an energy company. I was a director of their flight operations department. So we had a couple of helicopters and a couple of King Airs, and I flew the corporate officers around to the various facilities and operations that we had throughout the southwestern United States, which was an interesting job. I loved it. And then, as what happens with some businesses or most businesses, they go through a cycle. They acquired a lot of things and they lost a lot of things. And one of the first things that they do when they start losing things is they shed the high ticket items, and the aviation department was one of them. So I find myself on the beach again. That's what pilots call it, not being employed on the beach.
Okay.
So we, I was in limbo for about 6 months, and the opportunity came up to go to work for a small jet carrier out of Las Vegas called Sunworld. And the Sunworld operated DC 930s and 50s. And I was with Sunworld for almost 4 years. And then I went to work for American Transair out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
And I was there almost 9 years. I left ATA. We were flying L-1011s, 727, 100, 200s. I left ATA and I went to work for Tower Air out of New York, flying 747s. And through ATA and Tower is really how I got all my international flying. It was just an incredible opportunity with both of those airlines to be able to accomplish what I accomplished during that time period. When I left Tower, I took a contract and I moved my wife, Suzanne, and I moved to Japan, where we lived for almost 5 years
Wow.
in Fukuoka, Japan. And I flew for a Japan Airlines subsidiary called Harlequin Air. And we flew throughout Japan, down into the islands, the Philippines, and we flew throughout Korea and in China. So it was quite exciting time to be there. And of course, Susan loved it. She was teaching English while I was on trips, and we loved our time in Japan. It's just a beautiful country, and it's the service is incredible. The people are extremely friendly. It's just a great time for us to experience that. And then I came back home in 2000. I had undergone a double bypass surgery at that time, and I was on the beach for another year. Then I had a friend, one of my young associates that I was working with in Japan, had come back to work for a small carrier called Allegiant Airlines. And Allegiant was just getting started. They had 3 airplanes at the time. And when I left Allegiant 8 years later, they had built up the fleet to 65 airplanes. And I was in flight training for Allegiant. So I did all the primary ground schools and the sim flight training, as well as the captain upgrade training. And that's where I finished my career at Allegiant.
Wow.
Wow, what an adventure.
Incredible, lustrous, amazing career, full of adventure, like Shelly's saying. Oh my goodness. And you know what I've been doing? I just stayed in Austin.
Yeah, but think of all
the
those,
whole world.
think of all those wonderful children that you've
Oh, well,
the opportunity to work with and send on their way, and give them
you're
great
so
skill
sweet.
sets to accomplish their lives with. So you can be very proud of that too.
So
And I know a couple of them are pilots, actually.
yeah,
Jody.
that's right.
One time I called Wayne because I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like deep in thought about, how much of this world do we see and experience? And, I feel like I move pretty quickly around and get around and see things. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like 0.00000000001% of the world that I've seen. And Wayne, who's traveled a lot, I was like, Wayne, what do you think your number is? And he was like 0.00001% of the world. And I was like, isn't that mind blowing? With all of your travel, that you've seen a teeny piece of this amazing earth.
Exactly. I went back to my high school class reunion a couple of years ago, and I was amazed in talking to, some of my contemporaries from high school, how many never left Daytona.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to college, they came back, or they went to another city and did their career, but they never got to travel opportunity. They never wanted to travel, I guess. Is the best word. You have to have a bug for wanting to, get out and see different cultures and experience different geographical conditions and environments. It's something that you either get a bug for right away at a young age, or you don't.
Yes.
And your bug is far from gone after retirement. Y'all now have an RV and you're traveling on the road.
The Ollie, yes.
Ollie, yeah.
We love to pack up. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to blast out of Phoenix here. Every time this time of the year, Mother Nature does its worst to go ahead and try to burn everybody to death in the valley. The triple-digit temperatures. So Susan and I learned about 2 years ago to get a travel trailer, and when it gets hot, we're not here.
Yeah.
We're on the road.
You guys are the best travel companions. You are able to just have that chill vibe. You have your puppies with you in tow, and
the girls are.
Susan has her books, and it's just
they are like the best guests. They are so easy,
low drag.
Hey, just stick us back in the corner somewhere. We won't bother anybody. We'll be reading the book. You're reading the book when you come back.
Yeah. Well, and when y'all visit and come around, it changes the whole, how everybody feels. Yeah, the whole vibe. Yeah. It's like, the Grabies are here. It makes everybody so happy. But last summer they realized they don't want to be in Texas during the summer either.
Of course. Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not doing that again.
Oh, I tell you what, that Fredericksburg has got Susan and I talking about coming back again. That's such a
it is beautiful over.
We love that. And there are many places in Texas that we love to travel past through. The people are very cordial and friendly. Everybody smiles at everybody and are waving. And Susan says, "Why are they waving?" And I said, "Because they're packing."
Why are they waving?
Everybody's got a gun there. Everybody's happy.
Oh, Lord.
They're like, say hi or I might shoot you.
Exactly.
Well, they wisened up and they're going to Colorado during the heat. So they're like,
that's a good idea. You're gonna go see Tristan and hang out.
Yeah, we're going to blast off. We're heading out of here. We're going down to San Diego and then up the Coastal Highway all the way up to Monterey. Stop at Solvang and Santa Barbara and Carmel and some of the other places on the way up, and then go across the Bay Bridge to Vallejo up to Napa. Spend a week in Napa, and then we're going to go up through Lake Tahoe, spend several days in Lake Tahoe, then come down into Reno, spend a night there, spend money foolishly at the casino, and then head out across the desert, go to Cedar City, Lake Panguitch, Green River, come over to Grand Junction, and Grand Junction to Breckenridge, and then we're going to go up the back road to Fort Collins through Estes Park.
Oh, yes.
That beautiful mountain drive up there. And then we're going to spend, hopefully we'll spend about a month and a half with the kids they've been sending us beautiful pictures.
Oh my gosh.
Had just spectacular weather out there, and the flora and fauna, everything is green. They've got a brood of 8 turkeys that come up. Tristan has made the mistake of starting to feed the turkeys, and Andrew, her husband, tells me, he says, well, she's got me worried now because she's starting to name the turkeys. And I said, you can give them a name, call them Dinner, because that's what's going to happen when we get there. We're going to be dinner. So we're looking forward to spending time up there.
I love it. You guys know how to do retirement, and then you guys travel so well together. Like I said, you're so compatible, and so it keeps it nice and chill. And then getting to go and hang out with your kids in a beautiful place is such a blessing. And I love your wanderlust, and that you in your 80s are still so adventurous and seeking the next chapter. It's so exciting.
Yeah. What's your pro tip for humanity, Wayne?
Oh, my
Pro
tip.
tip.
Tell you what, there's so much turmoil in the world these days. But there's always been times of turmoil. I look back on history and I think to myself, good gracious, we thought things had ended with World War II, and then we had the Korean War outbreak, and then it seems like history has a tendency to go ahead and repeat itself. And again, we're in a situation where we've got conflict in Europe that everybody is quite concerned about. They don't want that to spread. We've got to counterbalance a economic threat to our country here, which is China. I mean, they're very bold about it, and I'm quite concerned about what's going to happen in the South Pacific region. But there are things you control, and there are things you can't control.
That's right.
So you just you're sort of a bystander as all these events and occurrences happen around you. You just try to stay out of harm's way, and hopefully other people will do the same thing and make prudent, wise decisions, concerning the humanity for one another.
Yes.
That's the biggest consideration.
Yes, for sure. I think take care of people and remember the humanity in it all, and don't look at people as just numbers or bottom lines or, profits, but look at them as the true humans that we are, and that everybody's life is valuable and sacred. So I love that pro tip. You are a man of the world, and it's so.
I should be wearing an ascot.
You should. A little pipe.
Exactly.
Not like a pipe, but
No.
Tobacco pipe. Right.
My God, the FAA will be on my front door. Don't say that.
We're fine. Oh my gosh. In all of your travels and all of the places you've been, where's your favorite meal? Where do you love to eat?
Believe it or not, your Shelly's and Susan's cooking are my favorite meals.
Not my
No way.
That would be John.
No way.
Not mine.
I should include John in that, because
John is the cook.
he's the raging Cajun. I love his
He's a great cook. Yeah.
shellfish cookouts, and Adrian is a green egg monster. He's the master.
Yes.
And Susan's got casserole dishes that I love.
I love it.
To come home to. So,
home cook. That's where the best
home cook
food
is the
comes
greatest
from.
thing.
And being at a table with people you love, that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those are all good times, all great memories.
Oh my gosh. Well, you are an inspiration to me. John is copying you, Wayne. He got a casita, and we've been trying to get it out, but we're very slow to take it. We've only gone one place, but we're going to get there. We are going to be like you guys.
You gotta follow the vagabond sitting next to you, boy. I tell you, when they pack up, they're gone.
Oh my God.
I don't even know. Like, I'll be like, "Where's Shelly?" Oh, okay. Yes, they're gone.
She's at some park somewhere. She and Colter are tracking to the highest mountain. On that.
I know. Shelly can hike forever. I'm just like, her little legs keep going. You know,
The trick that Susan and I use is just don't be in a hurry to go anywhere.
don't be in a hurry. You'll
Don't
get
be in a
there.
hurry to go anywhere, and don't try to plan every 3 days. I'm going to be here, or I'm going to be there. You know, just take it. You can always find a place.
Yeah.
You can.
RV,
Okay.
and that's the key to really enjoying an RV vacation. I think it's you know, you want to know what the general route is going to be, and you want to know a little history of the people and places that you're going to go, but just take your time getting there.
You'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll eventually get there.
You'll get there. I think it's also great to note that y'all have the little Ollie's small, and it gives you the opportunity to park in front of most houses. And you are such great guests and families everywhere across the country. So y'all just get to go and stay at everybody's houses and take the Ollie land.
And everybody knows that they're always welcome to come here as well. So it's a reciprocal.
Very
thing.
sweet.
And we're very, very open, and we very, very much enjoy everybody's company when they do come and visit as well.
Agreed. I know whenever John is in Phoenix, he's like, well, I'm gonna go see the Gator.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We love Tom to death. We love to see him when he comes through.
Sweetheart. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been a wonderful learning about your life. You live a wonderful, beautiful life, and how inspiring. And, you know, there's no excuses. Get out there. We got to get out there and travel. See the great, big, beautiful world that is out there.
Try to get to the 0.00001%.
Yeah.
Well, we want to get up a little bit higher if we can. We'd like to make 1.5%.
Exactly. Exactly. It's so mind-blowing. I know.
Oh, well, you have been one of my favorites. I love you so much.
We love you so much, Wayne. Thank you so much.
See you
again. Now you can go take a nap.
Yes.
Hugs and squeezes for everybody in the family down in Texas, okay?
Okay, we love you.
We'll see you as soon.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Texas.
Bye-bye.